Hello everyone, welcome to the Kai's Family of Services February update. We do hope you guys had a great January and a great start to 2019. As we roll into the second month, here are some updates from our leaders.
Hi, Craig Garcia with Capital Partners Mortgage, and this month I wanted to talk to you about student loans. Now, the Federal Reserve recently did a study and they said that student loan debt is a significant hurdle for many young home buyers looking to get into a home. And based on what we see every day in the mortgage business, I would have to agree. Many buyers are challenged. Part of the challenge is that out of the 4 most commonly done loan programs, each one of them actually handles the student loan payment issue differently. And so some advice that I would give for somebody who is maybe has some student loan obligations and is looking to buy a house, maybe they're running into some trouble. Well, if you're a veteran and your student loans are deferred for a year from the date of your closing, VA actually says, hey, we don't have to count any payment against you for qualifying in regards to your student loans. So that's helpful if you're a veteran. If you're not a veteran, one thing I would recommend is looking into an income-based or an income-driven repayment plan with your student loan company. You can go to your student loan company and say, hey, my payments are not affordable for me right now based on the income that I'm making, and they'll do an analysis, and based on how much you're earning, they could maybe give you a lower temporary payment that you're allowed to pay for a certain period of time. Now, the loan program that will accept that lower payment is a Fannie Mae conventional loan. That's not the only one, but it is the most aggressive, because if you happen to go and your income-based repayment plan result is that they say, hey, for a certain period of time, you don't have to pay zero. You don't have to pay anything. Then Fannie Mae will actually accept that zero payment to qualify you. So go to your student loan company, see if you qualify for an income-based repayment or an income-driven repayment plan, and then look into a Fannie Mae conventional loan. That may give you the biggest bang for your buck when it comes to qualifying you for your new home. Thanks, and we'll see you next month.
Hello. State legislature is now in session. We hope that they will be looking at 2 big items that affect you, affect your homeowners, and affect our entire community in regards to property insurance. The first, which has been the primary reason for the escalating cost of insurance, is due to assignment of benefits issues. That's essentially where an insured can pass on their benefits to a contractor who then repairs the home, sues the insurance company for a much larger amount. That hurts the profitability of the sales company and hurts our overall rate as a community. The second is one-way attorney's fees, which is where the insurance company, if they decide to fight a claim and they lose, have to pay the attorney's fees for the insured. All those things affect our rate. We have seen that a lot of times to make mortgages get approved for new business transactions, we have had to cut into the insurance coverage. We feel that we're at a point where we cannot cut much more cost out of each policy in order to get a deal done. So we do hope that the legislature can find a way to fix these problems to stabilize our rate. Please stay tuned, please stay updated, and please be talking to your board about these very significant changes. Thank you.
Hello there. One of the most important items needed as you get to the closing table is proper identification. In order to help defend against fraud and forgery, state notary laws include requirements that parties signing documents in a real estate transaction provide acceptable forms of identification. The best forms of ID include a valid driver's license or a non-driver ID, a United States passport, or a valid U.S. military ID. The documents must be current, they must contain a photograph, a physical description, and the signature of the party, and they must also bear a serial or other identifying number. Unacceptable forms of identification documents include a temporary driver's license without a photograph, a social security card, an employee ID badge, or a permanent resident ID card. It is important to note that the signature on the closing documents must match the name as it appears on the identification presented. An abbreviated form may be acceptable, but you will have to clear this with your lender and your title agent prior to the actual closing date. A good tip is to have this conversation with your title agent early in the process if you have any questions or concerns about your identification documents. As always, we at Home Partners Title are happy to help with any of these items and more. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Hi, Ben Eugene with Kai's Property Management, here this month to talk to you about declining tenants for a rental. As we all know, there are professional tenants out there who call around and try to trip up our agents or owners with fair housing issues so that they can turn around and sue. What I'd like to do today is tell you how to decline a tenant, and it's very simple. Simply state, "I'm sorry, we're not able to offer you the property at this time." They're going to ask, "Well, why?" And simply respond, "I'm sorry, we're not able to offer you the property at this time." This way, you don't open up any avenues for them to claim that you violated any fair housing laws. I won't lie to you, they may get frustrated when you keep repeating, "I'm sorry, we're not able to offer you the property at this time." But this is going to protect you and your owners from fair housing violations. Additionally, with myrentalscreening.com, we provide you with a summary page of why a tenant has been declined. This is based on criteria that they agree to prior to filling out the application. As you know, the only reason that you have to put in writing why you are declining a tenant is for credit reasons. This is done by providing an adverse action letter. With myrentalscreening.com, we provide you with this adverse action letter. But remember, the only reason and the only thing to say is, "I'm sorry, we're not able to offer you the property at this time." Thank you and have a wonderful month.
Thank you to our amazing leaders for the updates. Now we do wish you guys a happy Valentine's Day, a great February, and we will see you guys next month.